All right, well, welcome and welcome back to this overview of my portfolio site, Studio-Ryu.com. We are currently on the third video for multimedia. I have a lot of body of work on there. We've already went through web design, user experience, multimedia, and now we're going to go into motion graphics and end on animation. So motion graphics work. Let's see here. We'll just wait till this loads here. All right, so I have quite a bit of body of work. I did a lot of my work in Flash. Uh, and in my region, I was sought after heavily as a Flash developer because I had developed my Flash animation skills just innately, and then also development with ActionScript and whatnot, and talking to backend via PHP to such a degree. There were very few people in my region that had this level of skill I did at that time. So just some of the few pieces of work here. This was a proposal for a coffee shop, a local coffee shop, kind of the intro. There is audio to these. I don't know if my screen capture program is going to allow me to pick them up, but hopefully you'll be able to visit my site and get the full audio visual effect. And this is again another animation that I used for a client, and I kind of enjoyed doing this one because I had to, and it was interaction. If you mouse over it or if you clicked on it, then the little loon would do this micro interaction. This is a piece I did for the online dating site I enjoyed working at. Wore a lot of hats there. I like doing that. Again, using Flash. And this would actually read the person's data of who's logged in and who's logged out. You could see who's online, and you could click here for your preference. And this was just kind of in a track loop. And then let's see, this is a piece that I did for my very first website, portfolio site. This is all done in Photoshop and Flash. And there is audio here. There's a kind of growling. So this is, Ryu means dragon in Japanese. So this is supposed to represent a dragon. And so this is animated using an array that would randomly show whether the dragon's eyes are blinking or the irises are narrowing or expanding, dilating, or narrowing, and then you could click the growl on or off, especially if it got annoying. So it's one of my headlines, kind of like a banner for one of my first portfolio site designs. So, and again, this was in a track loop for a trade show for this company that I worked for. And so the user could click on this and get various information. And this was a brand or product that they were trying to sell at the time. And so in order to walk through the presentation, the presenter would have to click on the screen to get the animations to do what they do. The animations to animate. Let's see, General Mills here, a little product that I worked. This is actually done in an animated GIF using Photoshop. So there's no real flash or magic there. It's just you got your e-products. Your car kind of slides in, and there's some kinetic animations going on, and then your tagline appears. And then in a track loop using Adobe Animate and Illustrator for this company. And again, I didn't really have any references as there was no like head marketing source of truth So a lot of this I had to look at previous collaterals that had already been created and kind of build it from the ground up from there, deconstruct it and rebuild it again. So these are just motion graphics that I have done in the past. I've done a lot more. These are just a few that I wanted to highlight. Animation, tons of animation. Some of these are real early work. There's a little kind of a Purina ad that I did. And again, this is just back in the early days of Flash. This was on my previous website, similar to, that was of the circle of the eyes that I showed previously. This is when I worked at that dating site. So again, Hanna-Barbera-esque, a little bit of Japanese anime treatment in there, just a little bit. This I'm actually using photorealistic actual videos using Flash and Final Cut Pro. And these are actual individuals. Again, there's music to this. You may or may not be able to hear it, but and I'm using some 3D animation here as well. So again, I did all the work for that. It's kind of fun to do. I think they were wild when I actually put it together. But I was tinkering around with 3D animation and doing kind of stop animation with actual film stills, and then you had to well, it was really vectorized. You had to vectorize it down so it was compressible, so that it actually would play over the internet at that time. Let's see, there's more. So syncing lips with animation. So this was that dating company's Platinum Romance's mascot, PR Cupid. So again, I created the character and was able to sync his lips to what the individual is saying. And I used my voice and then used some audio applications to kind of tweak it so it didn't sound like me. And then lastly, under animation, I'll just share this piece here. Old cartoon gags. So again, I wish there was some audio. Sorry for the dead air, but again, you can view these on my site. Hopefully it's up. That's the reason why I'm making these series of videos. But at least you can see some of the body of my work. And again, once you can animate, I used Flash at the time. I've used HTML, CSS, Canvas, HTML5's Canvas. Once you can animate, once you can draw, it doesn't matter what tools. You just working the tool and making it and launching it. One of my key strengths is be able to pick up new technologies on the fly and get them to production as soon as possible. So that's kind of what you learn in the tenure of over 20 years of visual communication experience. So thanks for watching. I will be highlighting the graphic design next.